Hey pigs, how's it going? So in this video we're going to talk about how you can get your own land for cheap and or free and or get paid just to take up land so that you can start your dream of growing food or homesteading or farmsteading. I'm going to show you what we're doing out here, what is my land, or rather what I'm steward of. Sheep over here. You got 6 sheep, you got the pigs you just met, and I'm going to walk you over to the Berkshires and show you this incredible view out here. But I just want to give you another alternative to those of you who are like, yeah, the dream is maybe like start a community out there or something, or like farmsteading back to nature, return to the land. By the way, I have a book about this called The Food Life, about this and other things. I'm steward of this land. I've got maybe 3/4 of an acre or half an acre, something like that. Oh yeah, by the pigs, there's worms over here, compost pile. I plant seed. Probably come back here and do some weeding on this. Planted a bunch of clover and various types of grasses, but this area was shit before I got here, and that's one of the keys we're talking about, is improving the value of land. People will pay you to work on the land, or make it very easy for you. So we're gonna come back and weed. I want to show you this. I just don't want you to think, because I see people think this. I don't want you to think like, oh, I need 100 grand, 200. I need to save up $1 million, and then later in life I can get started. That's not necessary, and life is short. So I want to show you this too. We're going to talk about levels upon levels. So I work for an organization called Kahumana Organic Farms and Cafe. It's a 501(c) nonprofit or whatever. Kahumana got this land mostly from gifts and money because the person who owned the land was doing nothing with it and wanted someone to do something with it. Now Kahumana is not even doing everything with all the land, so Matt gets this mobile chicken coop that he can take with him and his birds, and took stewardship of this land. He doesn't pay for it. The farm pays him and pays him for these eggs, basically. No one was doing anything with this land. I wanted more sheep and I wanted more pigs. So I did it. And the farm's paying me. I'm not paying for the land. Why is that? Okay. So there's a lot of land, especially in the United States. Oh, here's another grazing area. Sheep have access to this. There's a lot of land in the United States that is not maintained because you had so many people, so many boomers and generation before leave the country to move into the city, and then older people aged out and younger people didn't take up stewardship, and now there's a crisis of older people who have land and are like, they're sheep, older people who have land and are just looking for people to steward it. So because of that, it's never been a better time to take control of land for cheap or free. Here's another pen. It's gonna be a breeding pen. Those pigs are wild Polynesian pigs we caught in the back of the valley. Hey, come here. Say hello. Be kind to Lila. And well, we got these animals here. And I want to show you these pigs. We've got a Dorper, and then we got 2 thoroughbred Berkshires are the little ones. So there'll be some money in that too. And then beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Got this set up here for hoof trimming and shearing and milking. Okay, shall we go weed the garden and talk about this? Oh, let's go sheep, come on. Or not. You can follow me. Yeah, so basically the concept is stewardship. So a steward of the land takes responsibility for the land and the creatures that live on the land without necessarily owning the land. You don't need to own the land. If there's a landowner who is missing a land steward, another good example is Kristen Kimball's book, The Dirty Life. Her and her husband were able to get 100 acres in New York for free. And also because there was a landowner without stewards, and Kristen and her husband Mark came to them and are like, we will improve the quality and value of your land, and then you can charge us later once we're making money. Or yeah, basically that. We're also being gifted basically property on the corner because of our reputation, and that could be somebody's side hustle where they get paid to work on that, paid to take up that land too. So what you need is not money. What you need is connections, and that's usually how it works in this world anyways. Like, money is surrogate connections, but money can get you connections, but you don't need money to get connections. I'm pulling out these lion manes, these are annoying. But if you have the connections, and you also have to have the mindset of like, I'm going to be a steward, I'm just going to take control of this, even though I don't have technical ownership. I'm going to take control. It's going to be mine, but it's going to also be in service of the community. I'm getting a call. I'll call that back. Here come the sheep. Weeding out the shit. Transforming the pasture. It's a lot of work, and also the way that I was able to get the situation where it's like I'm responsible for this is because I'm doing it on my free time as well. Like, I do work for the farm, and then afterwards it's like, let me take responsibility for that too. Anyway, so what you need, knowing that, all you need to do, you need to search for stewards, or search for owners missing stewards. And the way that I was able to do that is just moving into the industry, basically, like with farmers. And anytime there's like, you see abandoned land, or land that's being newly transferred, or go to volunteer opportunities, or you just need to get yourself involved. Like, you can start off volunteering. You can start off being a customer, like a frequent customer. You can start off in a lot of different ways, but you just want to be on the lookout of older people who have land that isn't being maintained. And then at that point, weeding these, you can make the offer of, hey, do you want me to take up steward your land, and I will live on it, and in exchange for that I will improve the quality of the land, and later on once I'm making money, I'll pay you. And it's working great for a lot of people right now because of the aging and changing demographics. And if you're a young person who wants to get into farming, now is like the best time. I wouldn't say the best time ever, because there were better times where there was like, the U.S. government was paying people to settle, or paying white European men to settle, but families. I didn't mean to get political, but now's a good time too, because there's just so much land up for grabs right now. And what's the reward? Well, I don't even need to explain that, the nice lifestyle and the security. And then something that's nice about this style as well is it's always easier and better to do things, especially when they're big projects, with other people, to have partnerships, to do it as a community. Look at all these. Dude's chilling. Pull a couple more weeds. So you made it this far. You kind of have an idea. You have to get out there in the community and find. But I just want you to know that it's possible, that you don't have to wait 10 years or whatever you think, or like wait till you're old and you've saved up the money. That's just not how it actually works. Is the good news. You can get it in easier ways. I mentioned before I wrote a book. It's called The Food Life, Returning to Our Roots, and it's full of tools for people to get into growing their own food. It talks about how to get land, but it also talks about how to grow food and what the lifestyle is like and a little bit of the history and so on to get you excited. So you should check that out if you haven't already. It's like $15 on Amazon, and if you're looking for some excitement, it will deliver. Those of you who want more content like this, or you want your own land but you're also like, maybe I'm already growing food, or I'm interested in growing food, let me know in the comments down below. And also, please, you can make a request about a particular topic. Pigs, sheep, pasture, compost, stuff like that. And I would be weeding on video. It's funny, I'll be happy to do it, so let me know. I hope you found this useful. Thank you, and I will talk to you guys soon. I look forward to seeing what you have to say. Peace out, fam. Much love.